Okay, so good morning and good afternoon and good evening, everybody, and welcome back in today's class. Okay, few days just left now. I know waking up at the 12 o'clock, attending the training is not a good thing. Even I don't like that much now. Okay, but this is what we have to be do. Okay, so today we are going to be complete the last two topics of our scripting part. Okay, I will not go in much depth because otherwise it will not give you the right flavor or not a motivation. But yes, which is important, we will discuss that part. And I'm shameless in that area. Which I have to be teach, I have to be teach. Simple. Okay. Now, if yesterday when we read about this, when we study about this, we discuss about the client side scripts, right? Means any action which you want to perform on the front side, on the form level. Under that we see UI policy and the client side, right? These two things we done. Now today we are going to be do the server side. What server side means here? Anything which you do in the background of the user. Like if I take example that you guys are in the class, okay, then I can say you are paying the fees, I'm taking the attendance, I'm taking the test and all the things. These things you guys don't know that how I'm doing in the background, right? For you, it is just like okay. So it is just like without telling you, I'm doing some changes in the background. Okay. Doing some change in the background. That is called the server side script, where you as a user are not interested, or I as a developer are not interested to tell you what happened in the background. What happened in the background. Okay, so that's the thing. So in the server side, we have two things. Number one is the business rule. Number two is the UI action. Okay, there's a one more thing called the ACL. Mainly we are covering these two today, and ACL will be a separate topic for us. Okay, what is BR? Business rule says that if you want to be update any record in the database, then we use the business rule here. Okay, then I use the business rule here. What this means specifically, let's say I ask you guys, please fill this form. Now, when you fill this form, there's a factor or there's a field called age or date of birth. I want before the record actually save in the database, I want to be update your age, your date of birth with the age in my database record. Then I do the calculation before I save that record in the database actually. So you click on the submit button. After submitting till it's saved in the database, there is some processing time. In that processing time, I'm updating your date of birth to the age and saving in the system. Okay, this is what we call as a business rule here. Business rule and the UI actions are purely coding part, guys. There's a no drag and drop. There's a no drop down value. There's a no yes, no, nothing. It's purely, it's purely coding here. Okay, but we will see a basic stuff. So let me take you on the business rule part. From the interview perspective, this is important. What is business rule? How many types of business rule we have? How it's run? This is what we have to be understand. Okay. Yeah. So now I put the business tool name LNG. Okay. On which table you want to be run? I want to be run on the incident. Okay, come here.
Atul, just to confirm, this is the data policy that we are creating now.
It is a business rule we are creating, not a data policy.
So how is it different from data policy?
Data policy is basically when you are inserting any data in service now from any of the source.
So we have not covered that, right?
No, that is the homework I gave to you. Difference between data policy and the UI policy.
No, that I read.
Mhm.
But we'll be
No, we're not
creating.
covering. No, that is not the part of syllabus here.
Oh,
Okay. Now the thing is that this part. Two things important here: when to run and the actions. Why not getting this option here before or after? Come on. Is someone hide something here? I am not getting it. Let me again load it. Oops. Why it's not showing the option here? Okay, let me see. So let me put a name here, LNG, and I want to be run on the incident table. Okay, this one. Now on this part, when to run. Let me save this. Why not? Why it's not showing the other field here? I'm surprised. Is any view changes? Come on. It's default view, but still not showing. Okay, sorry, it's showing on the advanced. Good. Okay. So now the thing is that you can run the business tool either on the insert of a record, either on the update of a record. That I want to calculate the age when I'm inserting the record, or I want to calculate the age when updating the record. So this is totally up to you, but remember, these two are the two different things. These are not the same part. Don't say that tick box in both. No, it is not a best practice. You have to make sure that what type of this you are be using. I say before I insert, I want to do. Okay. Now what you want to do? And let me say state is incident state is new. So when my incident in the new state and I click on the insert, then I have to go for the actions. This is the normal actions that what you want to do. I want that change the assignment group to what value I want to put. I want to put to the incident management team. Means something I'm doing before saving the database. I'm saying that whenever I click on the new, when the incident is in the new state and I'm inserting the record, then it should update the assignment group value to the incident manager. Remember, set value, get value. This is the get set value here I'm doing here. If you want to add a message, you can add a message as well here. Hello in LNG. Let's save this. It is a normal business rule. No, nothing we're doing specific here. Okay, let's see this part. Okay, let create a here. Now state is new, assignment group is blank. Let me click on the save here. Okay. Click on the save here. Oh. So now you can see assignment group has been populated. Before it saved the data in service now and message is coming. Before it saved in the database, this particular rule has been run and give me the work. Atul, that is so simple. You say that it is required a coding part. Now let me show you the advanced thing here. Okay, let me show the advanced thing here. Click on the advanced when you want to run some scripts. And when you click on the advanced, then if you go here, you will find two more options here and these two options. From the interview perspective, it has been asked when you want to run this particular, what I can say, business tool. Before saving the record, after saving the record, asynchronous or display. Before means before the actual value stored in the database, I want to be run this business tool, number 1 point. After means the record has been, let's say you're booking some tickets, your tickets has been booked and then you get a message. Thank you for contacting us. This is your PNR number. How this is generated? When you done your data completely, payment has been done, then you get the option or then you get that message. That is called the after business rule. After saving the record, you're getting the message. Asynchronous. These 4 points are very much important, guys, from the interview perspective. Asynchronous means I'm running one business rule, other query is also running in the parallel, and I don't want to wait for one to be complete and then other to be start. That is called the asynchronous. Specifically when the scheduled jobs run, background jobs run, then it's the asynchronous. Specifically scheduled jobs, I can say. And display means if you want to just get a query, nothing else. You want to see how many P2 incidents are there. That's all for the display part. In my upcoming videos, means that I'm releasing on the ServiceNow scripting part, you will find the best practice for this. Okay, why I'm not telling it here? Because to understand that part, you should know the basics and the complete understanding of the business rule. All type of business rule you should know. All the server side you should know. Only then it is be good. Now update. As we discussed before, insert or update. I want once the data has been saved, then it show me the action. Delete if you want to delete any state, any record from the system. But before that, you say let's say you are updating your resume on a website, on a job portal, okay, and you click on the delete. It give you a pop-up. Are you sure you want to delete this education? Are you sure you want to delete this experience? Are you sure you want to delete this skill? What is that? That is the delete business rule. Before you click on the save, before you click on the update, it is giving you the ultimatum, guys. This is the last time I'm asking you. If you say okay, I want to be delete, record will be deleted from the database. And at last, query. If you want to get some information, then we use the query. Okay. So this is a 4 type of actions. So from the interview perspective, we have to be remember when to run and the query action. Update, insert, delete or query. Now, if you come here, you will find the advanced tab here. And this is the standard function of the business rule. Okay. And here we put the condition. Maybe you can put the condition here as well if you want, or you can put the condition here as well. That is an I said that business rules are complete logical part. And I don't want to go in that much logical where everybody get confused. Okay. But this is the way that a standard function work in the business rule. Okay, and server side part, you can use the glide record if you remember. right? Like this, where LNG is equal to new glide record it means I'm creating this business rule on the incident table. Now LNG dot add query where IT is right LNG dot query. Okay. I want to see all the incidents where the priority is 1 and then I can do the action. Okay. So this is the way that we have to write in the business rule. Clear everybody. It is not like easy. It is not easy. If you want to see, I can show you some examples here. Let's see some business rule on the incident table. This one. Copy incident state to the state. Copy state to the incident state. Insert incident. Let me show you something. See, you can see 40 are there. Incident auto close. Now, if you want to see, I can show you. See, this big is the code here. This one, what they're using the same thing. Incident state, this glide record, they'll be calling it here. Which I don't want to be go in depth. Otherwise, tomorrow nobody will be attending the class, I'm sure. But I recommend from the interview perspective, guys. This thing you can see. You read about these things. Some are very easy to show the message like this. You can use the date and time function here. Glide record, remember glide elements. G underscore form is for the this thing I can say for the glide classes. Sorry, server side classes, but here you can use the normal part. Like what I can say, it's not GR, it's element, right? We have to get the element here. Get user detail one. Let me show you some examples here in the business rules. So this is what we discuss here. Insert, update, delete query. You should be clear on these parts specifically because there's a no exception that you should not know. Being a consultant, being a developer, being an architect, you should know these things very clearly. That is must. Okay. So now like this, current dot impact is 1. What is current means? The record I'm running, the record I'm checking at point of time. Set the impact as a 1 for this one by using the current dot impact. So if you come here, you can put current dot. It means I'm talking about my current record on which I'm talking here. I'm at point time here. Okay, let's see. Get unique value or get something like this. Get category, get display, all these things are there. See, the only thing is that if you know the basic classes of service now, glide record, glide date and time, users, then you can do this operation very easily. Very easily you can do. Okay. Now if I scroll down here and show you like this. Okay. Now let me come to the important part. Let me save here. Anybody has any doubt, question, clarification here? Tell me, guys.
That's not clear. It's not clear.
It's not clear because you missed out the previous classes, I guess. 1 or 2 classes you missed out of the scripting. That is the thing. The only thing is that is I'm always say, before we reach to this particular stage where the business rules and all these things are there, we have to be clear our fundamentals here. It is not like one day you will get everything. You have to be read this. You have to be watch this video again. The previous Thursday Friday video have to be watch it again where we discuss about the glide records, date and time. This is all the logic. Nothing. But this work in the background, not in the front end. That is the thing. Ugo, it takes some time. It's not like I'm discouraging it. I'm practical on that front. It takes time. You have to go through the previous videos once again, understand that what classes, what function we discussed, and then you can reach at this point. Okay. That is the prime reason I don't want to go more in depth. Otherwise, everybody starts snatching his or her head and mine too. Okay. Now let's go to the next part of this particular thing. Yes.
One more question. Why it is different? I mean, we are doing the same thing.
What?
In UI policy and in
No,
business rule.
No. UI policy I'm doing on the front side, on the form level.
Yeah, but
Business.
we are doing the same thing, isn't it? We are getting the same. Let's say if we want to know which table we are working on, so we are getting that
Table
from the
is same.
front end.
Table will be same. You
Yeah,
have to.
anything. I mean, let's say whom it is assigned to. Let's say we want to know that. So we are doing exact same thing, business rule and in UI rule. So how it is different?
No, okay.
It's just on this form. That is the only difference.
That is a major difference. Okay, now tell me. Suppose let's say you're booking a ticket. Okay, maybe some flight ticket, maybe some movie tickets, kind of things. You fill the complete form. Your
Okay.
name, your spouse name, your daughter name or the son name, age, name, email ID, phone number. When you click on the submit, okay,
Yes.
are you interested to know that how your data is going in the background? In which table, which API, which service, which bank, which connection, which network?
No.
That is a business rule. But you just click on the submit, you pay the amount, you get a message. Thank you, Khushbu Sharma, for connecting with us. Your order has been placed.
That is what we were getting in UI also, no? The alert messages and
No. That is what you're getting after record has been saved, not before that. UI policy you're getting before your data is be saved in the database. Business will run.
okay.
Business will run. So now, did you get a message before what I can say? Putting your payments? No, you did not get a message that your order has been placed, right? If you get a message, please accept the term and condition. Because when you click on the submit, it check on the client on the form level that Khushbu make a checkbox true or not for the terms and condition. If true, then good. Then they're happy to take the data in the database. Same example. Let's say your daughter is in the school now. Okay, and the class teacher says, "Ma'am, when you come for the pickup to your daughter, please bring the lunch as well." Okay, or maybe if you want, you can come in between as well. Now, being a human being, you will see that my daughter is be studying in a school. It is 30 minutes to take me via bus. Shall I go 2 times or 1 time? Only 1 time. So when you're going to pick up her, then only you pack the lunch box, and you go to the school. The packing the lunch box, creating the lunch box, and you reach to the school, it is completely database part. Your daughter don't know. She only know that okay, mom is there and she's giving me the lunch now. That is a client script, and she say, "Mom, acha nahi hai ye. It's too spicy. It's not good. Oh wow, you bring this thing. I like this." These are the client-side scripts, which on the front end you'll be getting the experience. Maybe you say, no, don't, it's too hot now. Before she pick up the bite, you give her information. That is a client side. But she pick up the bite, she put it in her mouth and she says, oh, it's too hot. That is a database script. After updating, she took the bite and she put in the mouth. After chewing the first bite, she's feeling it's hot. That is a database, not the front end. Okay, so these are the difference. When you don't want to show any background to the customer and you want to be updating the database level, when you want to update the records on the database level, then it is a business rule. If you want to do something on the front end of the customer, then it is a client side scripts or the UI policy. And UI policy only do the three things. Message displaying is another part, but majorly you can do only three things: mandatory, visible, and the read only.
Yes, yeah.
Clear now, Khushbu?
I think so.
Think it will. See, you have to understand the basic fundamental. What is it? Okay, what is the difference between juice and a cold drink? Both are the soft drinks, right?
Yeah, it has fizz.
But one is a fresh one is the pesticides one. Let's say I'm bringing the two glass of one glass is juice and one glass water. Sorry, one glass of cold drink. Both will close your or both will be serve your thirst. After drinking any other drink, you will feel yes, I'm happy now. But both are the two separate part. Both are the two separate entities. Both have two separate functions. One is giving you good health. One is giving the bad health. Once you take them. Someone said, don't take cold drink. It's not good. That is the client side. Oh, no, come on. It's nothing is doing. I'm taking it from a long time now. You take it and then you see the impact. That is the server side scripting. Sometimes we smell some food. No, it's not good. That is the client side because you're getting before you're consuming it.
Okay.
That is a server side. Otherwise, I can say what is the difference between ServiceNow and the Excel sheet. You can maintain your data in Excel sheet as well, but both are the two different tools. They have defined for the two different way of working. Mobile phone and landline. Both are the same functionality. You can make a call. You can receive a call. But both are the part of the devices now. Agree?
Yes, yeah.
Good. Now the next part which we are going to be do on this particular page. Let me show you something here. On this particular page, you are able to see few fancy boxes. These one, right? These four are the boxes. If I right click, these are the options. Just listen for a minute. If I right click, you can see these options. Okay. These two. These. What all these are? In ServiceNow, what we call them? Everybody's using. Atul, click on this. It will save the record. Everybody is so smart. But we never think that what this particular purpose, what this particular option called. And I say it is a tool. It is configuration. It is not like a very big things. In ServiceNow, if I talk from the layman perspective, for you, me, it is a buttons. My wife was installing one application on her phone. She said what to do. I said click next. What is next? Next are the buttons. Click next, your work will be done. These are the buttons. These are called the related list. And these are called the list action. But in our ServiceNow term, all this will be kept in a one place. and that is called the UI action, which a user is able to see is called the UI action. User interface action. By clicking on something, something is happening, is a UI action for me. Okay, this is interesting topic. UI action. Now what we will do, generally creating a new UI action is considered as a customization because you are changing the behavior of a tool. Remember the customization and the configuration when we started with the scripting part. Okay. Now let me create a UI action. The good point is that UI action is very interesting part if you know the coding, because again in the UI action is purely coding, guys. You will not find anything here. Let me put UI action name. See two things, name and the action name. Let's put LNG. On which table you want to show? I want to show on the change table. Let's say go in the change request table. This one. Order number 100. Name. How you want to appear? LNG together. Now let me remove this and click on the save and open the this thing, change request table. Come here. What it says, Atul, our button is not appearing here because we did not configure it properly. Let me close all these tabs. It is easy for a quick check. Now come here. Where you want to show this button? When the record inserted and when the record updated. I said in the both places. Okay, let's save. Let's reload this page. It is still not showing. Why? Because we did not put a placement till now. That where this particular button will be shown, the top, in the bottom, in the related list, where it should show. Now come this side. Show the button on the form? Yes. Show the button on the context menu? Yes. Show the button on the form link? Yes. Let's say a little bit here, just to show that how it will look like. List banner button? Yes. List bottom button? Yes. List context menu? Yes. List choice? Yes. List link? Yes. Now let me change so that I can show you something more here. So now we have done approximately 7 to 8 changes here. Let's see this part. Click on the save. One by one, let's see. Very interesting. Now come here and reload this page. Button is appearing, LNG. It means what name it is taking? It taking this name, not this name. This name you will use for your coding part. Okay. Number 1 appearing on the button. Yes. 1 and 2 and 3. Come here. Form button. Yes. Bottom कहाँ गया bottom वाला? Form button on this. ठीक है. Now context menu. This is called the context menu. It is here. You want to see on the form link or this part or these things. Additional actions. Click here. LNG here. It is totally up to the user where you want to be display. You want to place this button. Okay, Atul, that's fine, but where are the other options? Let me come here. Let me open the from here, change request. All. You can see the button here. Why the color is different? Because it is a list one. So I put as a unstyled here. You can see here. Number one. Just scroll down. Number two. Number three. Why it is a untick or why it's grayed out? Let me put like this. And now we'll see this one. So these are called the UI actions for us, which you create for a specific purpose. But what is going to be do? Before that, just putting a one liner, not going in the depth. You can call this button or on this button, you can call the client script as well by ticking this box. This is too advanced, guys. This is too advanced, which I don't want to be go, but just for highlights on the high level part, I'm telling you on this UI action, you can call the client script as well if you want. OK, but as of now, we're not going to be discuss this part. Otherwise, things will not move forward in a good manner. Untick this part. OK. Now I come to this part. Do you want to show some hint? This is LNG training. And here the scripting part comes. This is the saddest part. This is the saddest part in the scripting, that in the UI action there's a no drop down available. No drag and drop available. You have to be write the hard code here. Let's say current dot. It's not current dot. It will not work like this. We have to be write the complete code here. War LNG is equal to new slide record, and let's say change underscore table. OK. Now LNG dot. Sorry, it's capital LNG. Why it's not working? Come on. Oops. Parsing unexpected token glide record. Why? Is it taking something this? Or maybe we're missing something. Let me check on that part. OK, but before that, we will do this coding part, guys. No worries. It's showing me the parsing error. It's change underscore request table, right? Yes, change underscore request. REQUEST. Okay, we'll see this part, no problem. OK. This thing. But this is the first concept which we have to be understand that OK, from where these buttons are coming. This color coding has nothing. It is coming from this particular part, destructive, primary, and unstyled. Up to you how you want to be use it. OK, that's totally up to you. Like if you open some kind of a form, or let's say if you're going on a shopping mall and you're going in a washroom, there's a big box or a big switch has been put, and that is in the red color. Why that in the red color? Because don't press this switch unexpectedly when it is not required. It is a fire alarm. If you switch on this, everything will be shut down immediately and people have to leave the building. That is the purpose they have the different colors. They put the different colors there. OK, that is the important point. Now, if I come on this part, on the UI action part, let me show you this thing. So this is what we discussed now. Okay, so these options are there where it show actually. Maybe Kumar, you can put that image in the group as well so that everybody can take a benefit. Okay, so like this, you can do this part. Current dot state is equal to current dot update. This is important here. That when I click on this button, the incident or the change move to the next part. This is again a database side, guys. UI action is a complete database perspective. It will work on the database. Okay, but here these things are important. Current dot state, current dot update kind of things. Okay, let me show you some examples if I have. So like this they have created. On which button it's showing form style. Easy to go here. But the problem is scripting only. Because in the UI action you have to be write a big scripts. Okay, ACL we will discuss later on, not now, not immediately. Review, let's put some testing part, GS log, not here. Session debug, example. Yes, here it is example. Okay, so this is an example of the business tool, and let me see the example of the UI action here. This one. So what it's saying, gs.get user ID. This is what I'm talking. It says assign the incident, assign the change to the person who logged in. If that person is a member of the current assignment group. So by this way we can do here. Yes, dot, and you can get the get user. Different methods are there. Get a user, current dot assign to. Okay, I don't want to go in depth, guys, very clearly on that part. Otherwise, the things which I want to tell you from the consulting perspective will miss out that as well. This is all about your coding. So if I just copy paste this part. And current dot to like this. Okay. Assign to like this, you can get the information and then you can assign it. Okay. In this, in the basically UI action, these functions play a very important role. Current dot update. Like in the client side script we yesterday read, right? We yesterday saw about the save and close true. When we do this on cell edit, something similar work here with the current dot update. That I'm telling to my system that please update the current record here. Okay, this is what we have to be understand here. And it is not like that this particular will work only for one or if you say no, Atul, I want this code should run only this particular button. No. If you write a code, it will run at every place. Every place where you place this button. On the list, on the form, on the rated list, everywhere it will work. If you want that it should not work, then you have to create a new UI action for this list view. So that you can easily track that part. Okay, now one thing important here in the UI action is that who can see this button? Sorry. Who can see this button? This is important. And to do this part in the UI action, there's an option called the require role. If you did not put the role, then everybody can see. But if you put a role here, then only limited people can see who has a role for that particular part. Now, if I say that you are not able to see the delete option here, let's say. Maybe if I log in as an ITIL user, he cannot see this delete option here. Why? Because I put in the code that only user who has the admin role, they can see this part. So how to do? Require role, double click and put the role here like admin, like this. So now if any user who is logging into the system and have an admin role, he or she can see this button. Availability, the button will be available on the form or on the list view for the actions. Clear everybody till this point. Don't take so much stress.
Can we also remove any of these buttons?
Which
I
one?
mean, let's say the update one, or we want to write something else on the instead of update, we want to write, let's say,
No,
anything, LNG. Can we also do that?
no, repeat your question. You are mixing two or three things. Khushbu, go one by one.
So, like how we created a new button, LNG.
Hmm.
Yes, can we also, what all we have already, like we have update, insert and stay.
Right.
Instead of, if we, let's say, want to delete something, can we also, let's say, we want to remove insert,
Ah, you can.
can
You
we
can.
also, so
Yes.
how do we do that?
Make it active false.
Okay, so we
Don't.
have to create a new action and then
No, no,
we
no, no.
have to uncheck it.
Okay, okay. So if you say that Atul, can I delete this submit button, right?
Yes, yes, yeah.
Okay. Don't do this thing. At least in my instance, let me show you. Okay. And this is a surprising part for you. It is a submit button, right? You agree on this part, Khushbu?
Yes, yeah.
Now go here and search for the submit.
Okay.
How many records you'll be getting?
Yeah, lots of,
67
yeah.
records. In the 67, you have to be identify that which submit button it is, on which table it has been written. Let's say
Yes.
try to be go for the change, search for the change here. So it is not there. Then what? Let's say maybe on the task table. No, it is not on the task table as well. Then from where this submit is coming, right? Now if
Yeah.
I take a same example for the save, save is not there. Let's say change. Then from where these buttons are coming, important point, from where it is becoming, right?
Yeah.
We have to be check that tables very carefully here. If I'm not wrong, there is a concept called the global as well. I'm sure this is the global one, right?
Okay.
These are the global buttons. If you delete the global buttons, get ready for mess up the instance, because you are removing the core functionality. If you remove the main door of your house, get ready for any kind of a miss happening now, because anybody can enter, right? You're removing the main functionality. So that is the reason we always avoid to touch any of the out of the box buttons. Don't make any changes. Copy
Okay.
and then make a change. Now you have to see that which is the button I'm to use, which button is we referring here. And I doubt that I have any view here that which button is it is. So here you have to find out context version, context notifications. Say when you got redirect to the back self button, but it is on the work agent workspace. Button advanced mode. Let's see what it's saying. And these are the out of the box buttons. Don't touch. Don't do anything here.
Okay.
Okay. So they say form button and this. Only one like two liner code. So easy, so simple. Maybe this is the what we have been talking here. Save and remain here. Maybe. Now the thing is that if I open the another UI action here, we open this one, right? Let's open this one. Let's open this one. Then what is the difference in these two? Everything is looking same. Everything is looking same. Sys verb update and stay. Sys verb insert and stay. This is the button when you open the record first. Work on the insert part. This is what when you already save a record and you save it again, then this button will work. But for us, oh, it is one button only. Save, click save, click save, click save. But in the background, ServiceNow is placing in such a manner that we are not able to differentiate the difference in these two buttons. It is a current dot update. It is a current dot insert. I'm sure. See, current dot insert. So these are the buttons. Now, if you want to see how many global buttons are there, so let's do this thing. 41 are the global buttons. Maybe here you find the submit as well. Here are the submit buttons. So these two buttons, submit, save, updates, are the buttons which you find at every place. Incident, change, problem request, knowledge, user record, CMDB. You will find these buttons very easily every place. Because the function is same. It's a globally defined. And the number is -100. It should be appearing number 1. Minus means it is a greater number. Right? So this is a 1, -100 it's showing here. So I strongly recommend everybody, don't delete anything in my instance. You can do the practice at your side, but don't try to delete this part, at least till the time we have a training now. Because these are the very commonly used, but it's get a problem for us. Okay, but I recommend create 1 or 2 UI actions on a different tables. Try to see is it be appearing fine or not. Try to write a simple code. Copy paste from the Google and see what is be happening. Clear now.
Yeah.
Good. Gloria, Saba, MJ, Kumar, Amiko, Priya, and Akanksha. Clear? Any doubt, guys?
I have a question.
Just go ahead, Priya.
UI action is available on both client side or server side.
No.
So
UI action is not available on the client side. You are placing the UI action on the form. Will it work for the client or not? Client side or not? That is, you have to be define it. Okay. There is a way. Let's say I want to put a painting. Okay. I have a painting. That is a UI action. Now, where I should put that painting? On the main door or in my bedroom? That is a client. That is a placement of that painting. If I click on that painting, if I put hand on the painting, will something happen in the background? Like in the old days, in the old movies, if you see old Hindi movies specifically, when this robbers or something like this, they have on the wall, they have a button or they have a hand. They just put hand, the door open. That is a client side. They put one option here to put the hand, and placing that hand. If you want to do any action, that is a client. That is a server side scripting. If you want to show any message on the client side, you can do that part via this option, which I pick up this client part. Here you can call your client scripts as well. Clear, Khushbu? Oh, sorry, Priya, any doubt?
Yeah, clear.
Okay. No, these questions are the valid questions. I'm telling you, these are the very valid questions. But the only thing is that to reach up to that level, because if I am saying you are be agreeing, Atul, I'm okay. But how you will justify that part? How you prove this part that Atul told something is correct or not? Until unless we will not do the practice. Or we reach up to that level where we can understand these terms easily. When I say you can use this client part, so what this mean? That now there's a special format available, there's a special syntax available. By ticking this box, you can call the client script. Client script means again the yesterday or day before yesterday which we read about, study about UI policy and all the things. You can call it on the UI action as well. Okay, so there is a way to do, but there is too advanced. There's a concept called the AZAX call. AZAX. The way you are calling the client script in the UI action, AZAX is used to call the business rule in the client side script. AZAX is a next level. But it's a give and take, right? Atul, if in the UI action I can call the client script, then definitely there should be a way. In the business rule I can call the client script as well. Or in the client script I can call the business rule as well. Yes, why not? You can do it. AZAX is the method for to do that part. But this is too advanced. Even I'm not a 2 or 3% familiar with this concept. Yes, in my recordings it will be available. You can read, you can watch, but not in depth you will get the information. Because up to this level, I must say you should have a 2-3 years experience and the practical experience you have to work. Only then you will understand these concepts practically. Mug up nahi karna isko. We have to be understand. And once you understand, you can do anything. Okay. Clear everybody till this point. Any doubt, any question, any clarification required by anybody here? I don't want to go to the next topic, even though I have had next topic, but I'll not go there. I'll take it separately because I want you guys to be given time now to read about these things. Gloria, Saba, MJ, Kumar, Akanksha, Priya, Khushbu, and Omiko. Any doubt? Good. Let me stop the recording, guys, here, and we'll take a quick attendance. Yes, okay, fine, Kumar. Okay. Any other query on the previous assignments, guys? Sorry, I missed out.
Yeah, I have one.
Go ahead.
Okay, should I go or Kumar?
No, you can go. Kumar was just replying to my previous question.
Oh, okay, sorry.
What question?
So I'll share my screen.
Guys, why you're not doing some practices? See, she's doing the practice and she's coming a lot of questions every day. Oh my God, UI policy advanced. Okay, tell me.
So when I select incident table, I don't know why it's not working now.
No, it take time. It take time. This table take a time.
Okay, so when I select incident table, I don't see these options, global, onload, for some reason.
No, it should not be.
Yeah, that is what was happening, because then when I change it to change request, it was.
Okay, no problem. Just try to put the incident table.
I'm not sure. Maybe, it's not.
Okay, let me share my screen and we'll do.
Yes, yeah, sure.
Okay, let me do. See, it is there. Let me save this. One thing which I'm I guess facing some problem here, even myself as well. Try to be change the view from default view.
From default to?
From advanced to default. We are in the advanced view, but go for the default view. But it should not be create any problem for you.
I don't know. It was, but now when I see it, it is showing global.
Maybe okay. Now if you see, I guess maybe the thing is that okay, for this UI policy, let's be on the advanced view only, so that you can see all the options like this.
Okay, yes,
Let
yes.
me give
And
you
I was not even able to see view yesterday for some reason on the incident table on this one.
until unless you will not save the record once, you cannot change the view.
Okay, okay. Maybe
Okay,
that was the problem.
that is the reason.
Yeah.
Let me give you homework, guys. What do you mean by the word view in service now, and why it has been used? Kumar just put this question today in the chat window. Read about this. We are talking about the view, right? But nobody asked that why these views are there, how this be functioning. Homework for you guys. I'm best in giving the homework, guys. I'm best. Give a lot of homework. Okay. Any other question, Khushbu?
No, that's the only one. Yeah.
Good. And get ready for the Friday test, guys. Okay. Let me stop the recording here.